This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat that far. Let's talk about it, man. Iman Shumpert is absolutely correct. Defense in basketball needs to be fucking preserved. Basketball had a pedigree to it. Basketball had a affiliation to it. Basketball had a defensive standpoint of it. I don't see what he's saying that's not correct. I don't see what he's saying that's not a conclusive state. I don't see what he's saying that don't make no fucking sense. He's absolutely right. Iman Shumpert is telling the fucking truth. He's telling a big fucking truth. Iman Shumpert is telling something that has so much pedigree behind it, that has so much variation behind it, that has so much standpoint behind it, that you have to admit the shit for what the fuck it is. I agree with Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert has been on point on so many levels. Iman Shumpert has told a cardinal fucking truth. He's told a cardinal fucking rule. And he's told a cardinal variation of what really has fucking happened from a basketball standpoint that can't be fucking denied. It can't be basically taken away from. And we have to look at it for what the fuck it is. Defense. He knows everything. Didn't he tell you guys this stuff? And a prediction. King Sharks run. And a prediction. King Sharks good. Didn't he tell you guys that defense wins championships? Offense gets the glory, but defense wins championships. See, a lot of people, they think they know basketball, but they give you a similitude as if they know basketball. They lack the fullness thereof. They're really offensive-minded type of individuals, meaning they're one side of the equation type of individuals. Notice when they explain basketball to you, they always explain the offensive element of basketball. They always talk about basketball from an offensive standpoint. There's only one YouTuber who operates under the red pill outside of the fucking Matrix, but he interwolves and finds himself into the rabbit hole of the Matrix when he chooses to be there, and that's He Knows Everything. And He Knows Everything always tells you basketball starts and ends with defense. Defense gets your offense going. If you know basketball, you know this. There's a lot of times I play on the basketball court, my offense can't get going until I'm locking the motherfucker up, because there's something that comes from that. There's an exuberance. There's a shot of adrenaline and energy from shutting someone down from a defensive standpoint that gets your offense going. Plus, when you lock people down, you open up transition plays. So defense opens up fucking offense. You would know this if you know basketball. When you're shutting people down, you convert it into points. Because guess what? Now you get into the offensive side of the equation. So now you can put the ball into the fucking basket, because you're limiting people on the defensive side of the equation. This is what Iman Shumpert is talking about when he says they are taking away the preservation from the game of basketball. Because you have to understand the type of player that Iman Shumpert was. He was a defensive basketball player. So defensive basketball players are actually subject matter experts over offensive basketball players. Let me say it again. Defensive basketball players are subject matter experts when it comes to the game of basketball over offensive basketball players. If I had to pick, which I will always be a complete package basketball player, but if I had to pick just being limited on one side of the equation, I would always be a defensive player over offensive player any day of the fucking week. You want to know why? Look at Bill Russell. Bill Russell is the ultimate defensive player. He got 11 fucking rings. Woo! That was gems and jewels, man. Get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling, though. And like a turkey, gobble that shit up. Bill Russell won 11 fucking titles. And in the 11 fucking titles that Bill Russell won, what was he known for? Defense. Who was he locking down and shutting the fuck down? Wilt fucking Chamberlain. This man won 11 fucking rings being a defensive savant. So defense wins championships. Offense gets the glory, but defense wins championships. Defense gets the fucking win. Defense is where it's at. So this is what Iman Shumpert was talking about. This is why preserving the Michael Jeffrey Jordan and the Kobe Bean Bryant basketball game is highly crucial. It's important. And it's basically something that if you're a true basketball head, you would do. You have to preserve that game. Because that game tells you that there's a standard. There's a bar. If you try to go into a Lefraud James way of basketball, there is no fucking standard. There is no fucking bar. How can you preserve something that was not a bar in the first place? Woo! I'm dropping gems and jewels, man. Get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling. And like a turkey, gobble that shit up, man. How can you set the bar when you're dealing with a motherfucker that don't even have a bar in of himself? KB24, MJ23 are the bars because they locked motherfuckers up. They were the best defensive players on their team as well as the best offensive players. You know, I was talking to Big Dave and I told Big Dave that he thought I was laughing. I was dead ass fucking serious. Michael Jordan was a better defender than Scottie Pippen. And I could argue this shit down with better any fucking body. Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year award. Pippen didn't win none of that shit. Jordan locked motherfuckers down at a higher level than Pippen could ever lock motherfuckers down. I can argue that shit down with the best of them, though. If a motherfucker would listen and pay fucking attention. But Jordan knew he had Scottie Pippen, the ultimate defensive player. So Jordan basically took a lot of moments where he just focused primarily on offense. But if Jordan had to lock in and play defense and shut your rabbit ass down, he would fucking do it in his fucking sleep. When it's all said and done, Iman Shumpert is bringing up a cardinal point. But this is showcasing the beginning of the end of Lefraud James, like He Knows Everything told you guys. Lefraud James is not the player that you guys think that he was. The falsehood and the ideology mindset, the erroneous mindset, is motherfuckers actually thinking that he is what he is fucking not. But in actuality, he is not the basketball player that you guys think that he is, because in all institution, in all variation, in all standpoint, and in all delineation, golf and separation, he is not the fucking basketball players that you guys think that he is. And if that's not the cold-hearted, that's not the unadulterated, that's not the cutthroat true teller fashion, I don't know what is. I keeps the foot on the what? Oh, yeeks. I keeps the foot on the what? Oh, yeeks. When it's all said and done, man, if you know basketball, you know this simple pedigree. If you know basketball, you know this simple delineation. If you know basketball, you know this simple golf and separation. That defense wins championships, offense gets the glory. And that Iman Shumpert is basically coming out right now because He Knows Everything been prophesied it, because a prophet is not honored in his own home. But those whom they rejected became the chief cornerstone. Every time you reject a He Knows Everything, every time you reject a He Knows Everything knowledge, you will have rejected yourself, and hence he will continuously be a chief cornerstone, which is as simple as this. That Iman Shumpert's on the wave, the thumb, the curve, the eye, the needle, the damn situation. What's that? That defense has to be preserved, because defense gets the championships. Offense only gets the fucking glory. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, yeeks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, yeeks. When it's all said and done, not preserving Michael Jordan, not preserving Kobe Bryant's game, is not preserving basketball. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.